Peace and light. Peace and light. Peace and blessings. Peace and light. Peace and blessings. Come on in here, family. Let's go. Come on, family. Let's get that work. Come on in here. But 7 is still dark. That's when you get the work. The work come when the darkness. The work come in the darkness, man. The shine come in the light. The work come in the darkness. The shine come in the light. Come on in here, family. Come on, come on. Come on. Come on in. Let's get this work. Come on, come on. Let's go. You are watching Magick Up TV. I am Seven The Alchemist. Here we talk about love. We talk about law. We talk about all things. There's nothing off the table. You understand? Here is where we say, life is easy. We make it hard. You know what to do when you get here. Hit the love button. Hit the share button. Let somebody know that the alchemist is in the building. Come on in here, family. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Why do you need people? Peace, Queen. I see you, Tawana. Why do you need people to see your power? This one is I'm telling you now, it's applicable to everybody. But I'm gonna really aim this one. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna really aim this one. I would just aim this at my sisters. I would just aim it at my sisters because I really hear this from the sisters a whole lot more. I don't really hear men on this. Well, no, I take that back. I take that back. I hear sisters and religious men, or sisters and I would say more so spiritual men. Okay? I think they're the ones that I really hear this from the most. I don't really hear non-spiritual men talking about other people seeing their power so much. You understand? Let's dig into it. So, this has happened several times, but most recently, I had someone that, I was really considering as a protege. You understand? I was really considering this person as a protege. She's really amazing. I can't deny her work. I can't deny her abilities. And as we were getting to know each other, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, we can't be responsible for the reason people are attracted to our light. We cannot be responsible for why people are attracted to our greatness. You understand? We can only just continue being who we are and allowing those relationships to cultivate themselves. You understand? So I'm going to start with I'm going to come back to her, but I'm going to start more so with the men first, because I know how you women hear things. I don't want you to be at the defense here. I want you to journey along this path with me. So when I was in the church, when I went to church, I would often, very, very often, which is why I understand how over it women can be. I would often hear men always talking about women being subservient to them. Like, the man's supposed to be the king, or the man's supposed to be the head of the house. The man's supposed to be the head of the house. The man's supposed to be the head of the house. The man's supposed to be the head of the house. Infinity, I see you. Man's supposed to be the head of the house. Now, the only men, sisters, just in case you don't know, the only men that fix themselves to argue this point are those who do not bear the qualities of head of the house. That's simple. Why? Because if they were head of the house, they would not have to continuously tell you that they are head of the house. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, woman, you know what I'm saying? I'm head of the house. I'm head of the house. This is what religious men are beating their women into submission with. They are drilling this in their heads. They're drilling women they're drilling it. I'm head of the house. I'm head of the house. I'm head of the house. You know what God's saying? I'm supposed to be head of the house. Listen, if you have to argue with anybody to see your power, you're either not showing it or you ain't made it there yet. You understand? It doesn't matter how great you are. We stop being like, at what point did we get to where we had to not be what we are? Like, we had to put this thing in front of us. I am only what I am because it's what I've been called. I didn't say, hey, I'm going to be called Seven The Alchemist. No, somebody called me The Alchemist. I was like, you know what? That's got a pretty good ring to it. I like that. I'm going to tag that. Let's go. I didn't just call myself Digit. I was given that name. So a lot of these people that's walking around self-proclaimed king, self-proclaimed queen, self-proclaimed goddess, self-proclaimed God, and they don't have any, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's levels to this. There's levels to it. And those who are so hell-bent on you seeing their majesty, they're not doing enough of the work themselves for it to be seen. You understand? And here's why I say that. Because no matter where they are in that work, if they still don't feel seen, that's because of something within them. If you don't feel seen, that's something within yourself. Why? Because if you were doing everything it is for you to do, then you would already know that you're seen. You can rest assured that you are seen. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about pressing that narrative. It's already pressed for you. And when you standing on business always, there's never a time when you're not. So if there's ever a time when you're not, you never have to worry about people not seeing your power. And if you never worried about people not seeing your power, you don't ever walk around, you know what I'm saying, willing for people to see your power. Those who are truly powerful are powerful in their humility. Let me share something with you. Last night, I'm going to give a shout out to the team. I'm going to give a shout out to the Moonroof team. I'm going to give a shout out, you know what I'm saying, to my management. I'm going to give a shout out to SAE. Give a shout out to DJ Bearwork. I'm going to give a shout out to my entertainment family. Listen, man, we showed up last night at SAE. For those of you all who do not know what SAE is, it is an international school for audio engineering. And they have just recently introduced a video component or film department in that particular university or institute. And last night was an artist showcase. You understand? And at that artist showcase, I let these artists shine. I didn't get on stage until last. It wasn't about me. Whenever you're doing some things and it's something larger than you, you don't really have to worry about being seen. If you're doing things in the right temperament, if you're doing things in the right order, if you're doing things, you understand, in the particular alignment or energy that is required to consume or to be able to, what's the word that I want to use? Claim. You understand? When you're in a particular energy that already claims itself, you don't have to worry about others claiming it. You don't have to worry about you pressing for others to see it. You will be seen. You will be spoken of before you even arrive. The moment your fixation is on the people or on the answer, you don't have to worry about being the answer. The moment the narrative is the people, that means you've already become the answer. If you've already become the answer, then that alone is the power. So all of this, I want you to see my power. Y'all not paying attention. You not listening. All that fighting you all do for position, all that fighting that you do to be heard, you need to stop. You already know it's frustrating. You already frustrated feeling like you're not getting through. I get it. You know where that comes from? You not seeing your power. Because the moment you realize your power, there's no longer a fight for others to see it. The moment you realize your power, it's already assumed. It's already on you. You don't have to go get it from nowhere. The moment you've assumed your power, it's complete. There's nothing that's in part that you have to go be a part of for it to be consumed. Here's what I mean by that. A lot of people who are focused on you seeing their power feel like they got to be in a particular position in some kind of like organization. They feel like they got to be in control at work. Not that they are in control. There's a difference between, you know what I'm saying, commanding attention and demanding attention. Those who demand attention already got it. They already got it. They don't need your attention. Them just being demands it. You being in the space of their presence is something that you want. It's something that you desire. They didn't have to force you into that realm. They didn't have to, you know what I'm saying, like coerce you into doing whatever that is that they got you to do. All they had to do was show up. All they had to do was be present. All they had to do was open their mouths and resolve took place. Those who already have power, things come naturally because they figured out how to get in alignment, because the alignment is the power. Yeah. What you say, Seven? You didn't understand that. You so busy trying to force the narrative. You so busy forcing people to see you. You so busy. You so concerned. Let me tell you something. I'm so not concerned. I wear the same hoodie on these videos. Like, I'm so not concerned. Why? Because how I look on these videos is not what's important. Do you understand what it took for me to get to that narrative? Like, when I first came to this space of I don't know what you want to call it, teaching, coaching, being public, you know, with lessons, whatever the case may be, right? So like, when I first came to this space, it was before COVID, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people was feeling themselves. It's right before the money dried up, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people was feeling themselves. They was draped. I mean, they had the mansion, the robe, and the crown. They had the mansion, robe, and the crown. They made sure that you saw it at all times. You understand? They made sure that you saw it at all times. Because why? Because these things are what's utilized to validate their messages. Zilla, I see you. They needed these things to validate their position of authority. They needed these things to validate the authority of their word. They needed these things for you to see them first. Because if you heard them first, it wouldn't make no sense. Half of the people that's so hell-bent on you seeing them ain't really got much to say. And I'm not saying that they're not powerful. I'm not saying that they don't have gifts. I'm not saying that they don't have talent. But when you really break it down and allow them, okay, all right, you said you got all this power. You got all this power. All right, fine, go. There was a guy last night at the showcase, all right? And we told these guys, you get one song. You get one song only, all right? He gets up there. Now, there was a few artists that abused the privilege. They did the two. And, you know, we didn't rush them off stage because they had some talent. Okay, no problem. This guy get up stage. Before he gets on stage, I mean, he pressed us so hard about his position in line. Like, he had to be at a certain place in line. He had to be at a certain place, this and that. And we like, man, we already know. You already know. If somebody's so hell-bent, when the last time you been on a basketball court? You go to the basketball court, it's always the guy that got the freshest gear on. You know what I'm saying? He came out with the brand new J's. He came out with the fresh socks. He came out with the elbow band, the headband. He got it all. He got, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. He came out with 2 basketballs. He wanted everybody to know, I ball. This is what he wanted everybody to know. And 9 times out of 10, it's that person that's not that great. Y'all know what it's like. Now, for those of you women, you exist in your excellence on a daily. So what I'm about to say next, you gonna really understand. It's those women that absolutely need makeup. Not the ones that decide to put it on. She decided today. She was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and bump up. I'm gonna go ahead and bump up. I'm gonna boop, 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 boop. And I'm gonna soup, 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 soup. She already knows she clean. She already knows she fresh. She woke up like that. She already knew. She woke up, she looked in the mirror, she was like, God, ooh, girl, ooh, okay, you killing them. Then she was like, you know what we gonna do? We finna kill them a little more. We finna, ooh, 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 ooh. But it's the ones that know. They know they don't have it. They know. So they have to wake up extra early in the morning to put it all on. I gotta make sure. It's not the action. It's not the action that keeps us so far behind our desired place. It's not our action. It's our intent. It's our understanding. It's our perspective. We so hell-bent on people seeing us because we can't see ourselves. We so hell-bent on people seeing us because we don't like what we see. We so hell-bent on people seeing us because we're not as prepared as we know we need to be. And we're hoping that just being there, we're hoping that just being in the place is going to do its job for us. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When I'm out, yo, I can appreciate beauty. I don't tell no woman how to do their makeup. I don't tell no woman how to do their hair. Trust me. I don't tell no woman how to dress. I feel like it's not for a man to do. It's not for a man to do. Why you gonna get that woman, bruh? You gonna get that woman. You was out. You seen how she dressed. You gave her your number. You told her you wanted to hang out. And then the moment she start hanging out with you, you want to snuff her out. Hey, look, Alicia, I don't really like how short your dresses be. You know what? Matter of fact, I don't really like the way you do your makeup. A divine would do it different. A divine would do it this way. A divine would do it this way. Why? You did that just for somebody to see your power. You chose someone on a subservient level that you thought that you could control, so that your power would always be seen. You did that. You did that. And you know exactly who I'm talking about. Because the moment you allowed him, all right, well, just go ahead then. We let the dude up on stage. We let him up on stage. Go ahead, bruh. Go, do your thing. The music was playing, and here he go. I was like, oh shit. I tapped my buddy. I said, oh shit. I looked at homegirl. I was like, yo, do you know who that is? They was like, who? I said, that's Pootie Tang's son. You know, the tippy toe and the petty toe. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember when Pootie Tang came out and he did he had his radio release and he wasn't saying nothing. And everybody was like, ooh, Pootie did that. Pootie did that. Well, that boy was up on stage and not a word came out his mouth. I mean, he hounded us and hounded us and hounded us and badgered us. And we knew. Whenever you got to badger somebody to get in position, they don't want you there. Whenever you got to badger somebody to get in position, they don't want you there. You understand what I'm saying? Or you might already be there. You might already be there and they're looking at you like, baby, you already got it. What is you scratching for? What are you doing all that for? You already got it. Some women, when they don't know that they got your attention, you know what I'm saying? They just fighting for attention, fighting for attention, fighting for attention. They be doing the most. They consume themselves in all sorts of toxic activity. You know what I'm saying? Just for you to be like, oh my God, baby, just stop. Come here. Just sit down. Sit on my lap. Sit, hug, kiss. They will bug the hell out of you just so you can stop doing everything you're doing and put attention on them. And then when you say, what do you want, baby? What you want, huh? What'd they say next? Nothing. I ain't want nothing. You was over there doing all that work, and I was just over there, and you wasn't paying me no attention. I just ain't know what to do, so I just had to come over here and just sit in your lap and be like, what's wrong with you? Why you not paying me no attention? You know what I'm saying? You ain't want nothing. You saw I was busy. You just wanted to insert yourself into my world simply because I was locked in. And though that may be cute in that particular instance, this is what's happening in business. This is why we as a people can't necessarily have nothing longevity. So many people are so hell-bent on being the one in control, being the one in charge, they can't even let the narrative happen. They can't even let the movement take place. Last night, nobody knew who was in charge. Y'all should have seen it. We started at 6 o'clock. We ended at 9. 6 to 9. That's what we did. That's what we did. The whole time, nobody knew who was in charge. I'm on the microphone as the host. They don't even know I am Moonroof. They don't even know I'm the CEO. I got my VP over there. I got my executive assistant over there. I got social media manager over there. I got this person over there. The 14 students that we done brought on as interns doing their thing. And every time somebody needed something done, I was like, yo, that's the man right there. That person right there, that's the man right there. That's the woman right there, yo. That's the one to go see. They control all that. Well, who are you? Man, I ain't nobody, bro. I'm just here, man. I'm just here hosting. I never forget, we were signing a comedian. We were signing a comedian, right? And we was doing the meeting, the pre-sign meeting, on a Zoom, right? On a Zoom. So we talking to the comedian. She's like, yeah. And so I'm asking all these questions. And she's looking at me weird, right? She's listening weird because there wasn't no video. She listening weird. She's like, okay. You could just hear it in her voice. And then she stopped. She was like, and who are you again? Like she already knew I was 7, but she was like, but who are you? I was like, oh, my bad, baby. I'm the CEO. All this time we've been talking. You was hosting the show, and I had no idea that you was the boss. I had no idea that you was the CEO. I know. That's the whole point. May the greatest of you, may the greatest among you serve. May the greatest among you serve. There's power in that narrative. If you want your power, go serve. If you want your power observed, go serve. Go serve the people. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. People don't care about nothing you got going on until they can see what benefit they have from what you got going on. And if you so hell-bent on that being a negative thing in your mind, you really don't understand how this world works. You so mad that you gotta be something for people to come and help you with it, that you so hell-bent on people seeing who you are. Listen to what I just said. You are so hell-bent on people helping. You so hell-bent on people knowing who you are, people helping the narrative, that you can't even help them people. If you gonna serve, if you're gonna be in business, if you're gonna be about the people, you gotta understand you gotta have the answer. If you want people to see your strength, if you want people to see your might, if you want people to see your power, if you want people to notice the light in you, you know how many people come to me? You know what I'm saying? And they'll be like, yo, I'm a God, I'm a God, I'm a God, I'm a God. I'll be like, okay, no problem. Tell me the most powerful thing that you've done. Oh boy, don't be a woman when I ask you this one. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'll ask them, what's the most powerful thing you've ever done? And you know what they tell me? You already, put it in the comments. You know what they tell me. What they tell me? I'll wait. What they tell me? The moment I ask a woman, what's the most powerful thing you've done? They gonna tell me, give birth. I said, what's the most powerful thing? What are you claiming to be such a goddess? I understand. All right, so are you saying that that's not a goddess? Are you saying that she's not a goddess? Are you saying that she's not a goddess? Are you trying to call yourself out among those to be separate? Because they got the capacity of doing the same thing. If that's the catalyst of your goddessnism, you understand? Giving life, which I get it. It's a miraculous situation. But we got to step it above that. You gave life to that which didn't have it. Can you give life to that which did? You gave life to that which didn't have it. I mean, it had life. It had life, but you brought it into this human existence, this human realm. You had to have help to do it, though. You didn't just manifest that child on your own. You understand? And a lot of y'all don't give credit where credit is due. You are the co-creator of that seed. You didn't do it all by yourself. You're the co-creator. But you so hell-bent on people seeing you being such an amazing mom that you don't give credit where credit is due. You got to have it all on your own. You know what I'm saying? You already know for a fact you wasn't that good in school. Now your little kid is, you know what I'm saying, acing all their tests, and you can't give it. You cannot, for the love of God, give that particular chromosome, you know what I'm saying, identity, you know what I mean, to the father. You already know, you know what I'm saying, Malcolm was killing it in school. He was killing it. That's why you liked him. You was like, oh man, he the head of the class. He all high and mighty. He know it all. He back there in the social studies class. He knew that our life didn't begin at the Mayflower. I love that man right there. You been with him since all that time. You done raised Lil Pookie doing the same thing, talking the same talk. It's the same talk. And here you go. He get that from me. You ever witnessed that? Y'all ever be out in public, you know what I'm saying? And there's a child doing something and the parent just has to. They gotta own it. They gotta own it. That little kid doing something amazing. They like, mama, look at me. You know how kids do. Look at me. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing nothing. But they know it. Look at me. And you like, yeah, baby, that's my baby right there. They get that from me. No, they don't. All your friends around you know they don't get that from you. They know. They know. But you just gotta have it. You just gotta have it. You can't let nobody else take that shine right now. You just can't do it. I was on the microphone all night. Nobody knew I was the CEO. They just thought that I was hosting the show until they come up and talk to me. And they'd be like, okay, so who are you again? Like, what, like, in reference to all of this, I know you do that and I know you do this, but like, in reference to this, and I'm like, I'm Seven, man. I'm a CEO. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you coming out. Oh man, I was trying to figure out who was running the show tonight. Oh, no. I told you I was a CEO. I didn't say I was running the show. I don't run nothing. I run into alignment. That's it. I don't need you to hype me up. When I say, you know what to do when you get here, hit the love button, hit the share button, let somebody know that the alchemist is in the building. That's my professional attribute. That's my professional calling card. That's not me trying to stand on a particular square for you to feel some way about me. But I know for a fact that this message has liberated a few. And if you're dealing with a particular, you know what I'm saying, this is what we're here for. But when I'm out there, when I'm doing this, when I'm doing that, you ain't got to do all that with me. Magnificence is identified. It's not broadcasted. Greatness is identified. It's not just broadcasted. Power is observed. It's not commanded. When you have to say, hey, look at me, that means nobody was looking. You understand? We got to do better, man. The moment we can realize that our energy, the things that we're deciding to do, none of it can be done alone. None of it. None of it. Not outside of self. Not if it's something that actually takes, you know what I'm saying, the producing and the manifesting of. Anytime it comes from out of here, anytime that it starts to seep out of here, it now requires other people. You understand? This is what I was doing. And everybody was saying, Seven, you need a podcast, you need a podcast. I wasn't coming on here saying, yo, look, this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna start a podcast, No, I'm already here. I'm already here. If you feel like I need a podcast, you let me know. If this is something that's benefiting your life, you let me know. It's no reason for me to do it for self. I'm already here. So they said, Seven, you need a podcast. Okay. Once those requests started coming in, I didn't go out and be like, I need a podcast. I put myself in alignment. The moment I realized I'm in alignment, I said, okay, so can we talk about a podcast? Oh, you want to do, you want to do a pod? Yes, let's go. When you're in alignment, it's confirmation. There's things around you that's just confirming the setting. That's how you know you're in the right spot. There's confirmations just popping up all over the place, and you got to pay attention. You know what I mean? Because that's where it is. You got to pay attention. So now that we got this narrative, now that we've got this identity, now that we know that there's power in the room, what we gonna do with it? Because just having the power means nothing if you don't know what to do with it. You understand what I'm saying? Having that power means nothing if there's nothing being done with it. So the sister was like, I want you to see my power. I want you to see my power. And I said to her, I'm like, well, what power are we referring to, Queen? Are you talking about being able to put, you know what I'm saying, like pick up a car? Are you talking about being able to shoot fire out your hands? Are you talking about shooting lasers out your eyes? You keep talking about this power. What are you talking about? I just need you to see me. I just want you to see me. What makes you think you're not seen? For those of you so hell-bent on people seeing you, what makes you think you're not seen? Was it that past relationship that you was in when he was snuffing out your greatness? He was competing with you? Is that why? But I thought you left that situation. I thought that situation came and gone. You're supposed to be out of that mindset, out of that energy, into the new. You're holding people accountable to yesterday. Let yesterday go and receive now. That's why it's called the present. Receive the now, which is why it's called the present. Yesterday already happened. Be in the amazingness of now. Be in the amazingness of now. And that amazingness of now will carry you through. You don't have to be so, hey, look at me, hey, look at me, hey, look at me. Now, if we're talking from a professional perspective, now we have to talk about something different. Why? Because if we're talking from a professional perspective and you're screaming, look at me, but you have not prepared yourself to be looked at. Look at me, where your website? Look at me, where your logo? Look at me, where your business plan? Look at me, where your preparation? Look at me, where's your structure? Look at me, where's your identity? Look at me. What am I looking at? I'm looking at somebody that's been screaming, look at me for so long. You didn't even sit down and prepare yourself to be looked at. You just been out there for so long. Look at me. I'm in the place, you know what I'm saying? I got invited to this men's meeting, right? And the whole time, and I promise you, this is so hard for me, y'all. Because in this conscious community, right? Everybody talking about kingdom building, kingdom building, kingdom building. Oh, we should be kingdom building, kingdom building, kingdom building. All they're doing is the same thing. We power, power. Oh, we are people of power. Oh, we're people of power. Look at us, people of color. We got all this power. We got all this power. We got all this. Where? Show it to me. Because all I hear you doing is borrowing the greatness of others. I don't see you doing nothing right now. I don't see you doing a damn thing. Oh, we got all this power. Black people, we this, we that, we this, we that. I'll be like, so let me see something. What you doing? Man, you know, I'm getting ready to, what you getting ready to do, bruh? That's why these women ain't really fucking with you like that. Cause all they hearing is what you finna do, what you finna do, what you finna do. You so hell-bent on them seeing your power, you ain't doing nothing. The black man is God. Black man is God. Black man is God. Show me you. Show me you. Show it to me. Don't tell me the black man is God. Do something, God. Show me the God. Be the God. Stop being so worried about people seeing you as the God and do what gods do. You think gods are sitting around talking about, I wish you could see me as a God. Actually, yes. Actually, yes. Every archaic book is lined up with that narrative. But something had to be done for you to observe the reverence. Something had to be done for them to be reverenced. They didn't just stand on the throne. Hey, look at me. They was doing something. All of these statues, all of this exalting, these are people that figured out an answer. They figured out an answer. That's the reason they're exalted. You're so busy trying to be exalted and don't have an answer. Did you hear what I said? You so hell-bent on being exalted, but you haven't figured out an answer. You want people to come to you. But when did you go to the people? When did you go to the people? Don't tell me. One of the things I can't stand, especially when I'm in a business meeting, right, is somebody trying to tell me what they did on a project without telling me what they did on a project, and they hide it like this. Yeah, you know, so we built that particular app. We did this, we did that. And I'd be like, but what did you do? What did you do specifically on that project? You want to belong to this situation so badly. Y'all ever see them? These corporate succubuses. They went and got a job at that particular company so that they could feel good about themselves. You know how I know? I was a prior U.S. Marine, man. You know how many men joined the military just so somebody would respect them? I joined the military to kill people. Like, literally. Didn't you go to be a nurse at the hospital? Huh? Didn't you go, you know what I'm saying, to the fire department to be a firefighter? I joined the Marine Corps to kill people. That's what I did. When I found out why other people were there, I'm like, what you here for, bruh? And then you realize that dude had been picked on his entire school life. And he wanted somebody to see their power so bad that he put himself through all of this. You didn't have to do that, bro. But yeah, he did. Because he really didn't have it within himself. People that don't really have it within themselves, they have to borrow it from other people. A lot of these men would have no position of authority if it was not for the energy of their woman. See, there is a narrative that says behind every great man is a good woman, but that's not true. That's absolutely not true. How do you know? Because of the every part. When you say behind every, but why woman? Why do women have to be so powerful that we can't shine on our own? Why do women need the narrative of power so badly that we can't shine on our own? Oh, you get to be a phenomenal woman, but behind every great man is a good woman. You mean to tell me that nowhere on the planet is a man who created his own shit within his mind, didn't need no woman to build him, but invited a woman to the situation? You understand? He invited her to the situation, had a piece already carved out. He was like, look, I appreciate you being here. You know what I'm saying? This is what I need you to do. Can you handle that for me? She's like, yes, thank you so much. That's different from the other guy that you used to. He like, yo, you know what I want to do? I want to do this and I want to do that. And she's like, well, baby, you know, in order to do that, you probably need to do that. He's like, I don't know why I never thought about that. But not just with that one situation, with everything. So behind that great man, first off, he's not great. He didn't do that. She did it. She was hiding behind his masculinity. Whenever you got something going on, it's both high and low. It's both supernatural and natural. It's both spiritual and natural. You understand? When something is going on, we got to get to the bottom of it. That's why Magick Up TV is here. We got to get to the bottom of this. Why do you need your power seen so bad? Why can't you just be and turn it on? Just cut the camera on and be who you are. Let them decide. Let them decide. When nobody was coming to the lives, I was like, all right, I guess I'm stepping on too many toes now. I guess I'll go away for a little bit. I went away. I wasn't the one that needed to be here every day. When I saw these teachers and these coaches and I saw what they was doing, these guys was wearing their kufis, you know what I'm saying? They was wearing the dashikis. They was wearing all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? And though I have my garb, though you may see me from time to time in my garb, I thought that's how I had to do it in order to be received. When I realized y'all doing that just so they could see something that is assumed. You got to be garbed up everywhere you go so people, when they see you, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got enough light on your own. It's hidden as religious. You're made to wear these things so that people will be reminded of the light. But if you was just those things, you wouldn't need those things for people to be reminded. You would just be. And in just being, you are. And being you are, I am. And being I am, it is. And being is it, man, that's what it's all about. It's about what it is. When I learned the power, not when I learned how, when I learned the power of giving somebody else they shine, when I learned the power of that, when I learned the power that I didn't need to be in the forefront of it all, even if I was the one that came up with it, do you know that the Creator had me, you know what I'm saying, over the span of the last 11, 12, 13 years, the Creator has had me building at least 7 different businesses. It was not for me to run those businesses, but it was for me to get them prepared for those that was coming. And when those people came, I said, man, you know, you will be great at running that company. And they look at me, what you mean? You want me to run that company? Yeah, bro. I mean, I don't want you to do it. You want you to do it. You the one that positioned yourself. I was the laborer getting ready for you. And they're like, oh my God, Seven, like, how, bro? Because people are so used to being taken advantage of. People are so used to being, you know what I'm saying, their goodness sucked out of them. People are so used to being used as a tool. You mean to tell me you showed up and you might have needed my talent base, but you wasn't going to take it from me? You mean to tell me you offered me something and you were so willing to be transparent about it, You didn't want to manipulate me into the situation. You didn't need to be in such control that you had to lie to me for me to get here. I tell these men all the time, bruh, if you got to lie to that woman, you're not the one she wants. It's the lie. I ain't got to lie about it. If you got to lie about it, then there's no value in it. Do you understand? I have a squad that came on board. It's been almost 2 months now. And we've been laboring and laboring. You know, before the profit comes is the production. A lot of you are afraid of the production because all you want is the profit. And the only reason all you want is the profit is because all you want is the power. But to get the power, you got to produce. You understand? You got to produce. So in the season of production, these grown people have been offering up their excellence for this kingdom to be built. For the walls in this kingdom, you understand, to stand. I didn't have to lie to them to do it. I didn't have to sugarcoat nothing. I didn't have to give them a hoop dream. Hey, man, you do this, we going to be rich in a week. I didn't have to do none of that. All I had to say was, look, I really appreciate you. I see your talent. This would be an amazing place with you in it. This is where we are right now. We're not able to pay you right now. But if we're able to produce a few things, this is the profit margin of that production. If you help produce us, if you help produce this with us, this is the value of your slice of that pie. We are afraid to invite people in to eat with us. Why? You want them doing the work, but you don't want them sitting with you at the table? You willing to put your foot on their neck, but you can't put a napkin in their lap? You can put your foot on their neck, but you can't put a napkin in their lap? That's crazy to me. I sat down with a young team of filmmakers, and they were saying to me, they said, Seven, you know, we appreciate the opportunity that you gave us to come in here and really do something. Let me share with you why we decided, you know what I'm saying, to really rock with you. It was like, man, so many people have come to us. They see the portfolio, they see the work. They see where they can profit. They bring us on a project. They utilize our skill set. They have no intentions of us being a part of their situation. They have no intentions of bringing us in long term for nothing. The only thing they brought us in here to do was soak up our energy, take us for our resources, and then spit us back out on the street with nothing. Because even if it's $1, if it was subpar, if it wasn't the value, and you can't bring me back, and you have no place for us, and you're not pouring into us, we're needing this, and you're knowing we're needing this, but you're keeping us from it, but you're using it to dangle as a carrot, so we'll stick around. He said, Seven, one of the first things that you did when you brought us on board was you showed us where we fit. This wasn't a meeting of what we needed to do, you know what I'm saying? It was a meeting of what you had to offer. That's a difference. People will give you, they will give it to you. They'll give you their life force. They'll give you their time. They will give you their talent. They will come and help build that kingdom. Don't need to shine so much. If they're coming, they already know who called them out. When those people start flocking, you know what I'm saying, to the message, let them have a piece of it. Let them have a corner of it. Let them have some ownership. Let them be able to stand tall in the narrative with a piece of that ownership, and they will continue to build. They will continue to labor. But if all you care about is being right, if all you care about is being the one that's being seen, if all you are caring about is being the superstar, then you will be right there by yourself over and over and over and over. And that is the reason why I say life is easy. We make it hard. Peace to man, woman, and child, and all things to walk the earth. As above, so below, may all things be balanced in well alignment. Dua. As I send this love and light back to each and every one of you. You understand? Share the message. You've been watching Magick Up TV. I am Seven The Alchemist. Get ready, y'all, because in January, we got the podcast. It's already been approved. We got the whole film team. We got the studio. It's going up, y'all. I love y'all. Peace and light.